All right, Chad, good morning. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, so we're getting ready for standalone wrestling coming to the Anchor Rock Club on Saturday night. So tell us a little bit what you do with them and what people can expect, because all I care about really is someone jumping off the balcony at the Anchor Rock Club onto the ring. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, so I'm actually the promoter. I own Standalone Wrestling and Pro Wrestling After Dark, and this is our Pro Wrestling After Dark brand, which is the more adult, more like ECW type, more violent and bloody. And as soon as I walked into the Anchor nightclub and I saw that balcony, I'm like, who's going to do it? That was one of my first thoughts, actually.
As soon as you walked in, you're like, oh, this is the place. This is the place.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so they've never had any wrestling at all. This is probably 2 years in the making. Right before COVID, we actually had a deal to run shows there, and everything fell apart. New management came into there, and they embraced the pro wrestling right away. And being a rock club, they just wanted to have a feel for it and understanding. So it took some time to put it together and walk them through the process of what we do and how we produce it and things like that. But we have an amazing event lined up for the fans, and we have some return events coming as well.
Now, these kind of wrestling events too, they seem to have been picking up a lot of steam because WWE, they do their thing and they put on the big show and the spectacle, but it's like you can get away, it seems like, a lot more with these like independent wrestling things. So what kind of stuff can we expect to see you get away with that you see you're not going to see on TNT?
Well, we'll have everything from barbed wire to thumbtacks, maybe some glass spots, just a little bit of everything, maybe razor boards. This is really like ECW, but ramped up.
It sounds more like medieval times going on here. Razor boards. All right, explain the razor board to me. How does that work?
So the razor boards are actually it's foam placed on a piece of board, like a wooden board, and then there's actually razors tucked into the foam, and they will slam the opponent's head into it, body slam them onto it, and very very violent, aggressive type of matches.
Now, I would gotta say you gotta have a special type of wrestler who can do these kind of maneuvers. Talk about some of the wrestlers we expect to see.
Yeah, so our heavyweight champion is John Wayne Murdoch, and he's also now the GCW champion. I just came back from Texas WrestleMania week, where GCW produced 12 shows, and he was one of the main attractions there. Brandon Kirk. Randy West, who is just coming back from injury. This is one of her first matches back. She suffered an injury on her head at one of these deathmatch shows where the cut was so bad on her head that she needed to take some time off.
Oh, jeez.
Sadie Suicide, who's a model and also a deathmatch wrestler. Those two are going to compete in a Tapai deathmatch, which is where they wrap their hands and then they put glass over it.
Oh.
Yeah, we have Casey. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say this is some intense stuff here. Like the wrestlers that do this. Like, what kind of? I feel like you can't practice the cutting part. You just gotta wait till showtime because you'd be scarred up the whole time. But how do they get how do they get prepared for these things?
Yeah, these are just tough people, and there is no practicing this. Of course, whatever needs to be done before the show as far as preparation is done. But then once you get in there, there is no telling what has happened. There's been shows where, people have been glued up or taped up if they want, because this is a tournament. So if they want to go on to the next round, they do what they need to do to, move on to the next round.
Wow, it's like you got a MASH unit probably backstage trying to get people all patched back together to get back out there.
Yeah, so we have healthcare people who take care of the talent too, for any types of concerns as well. Because of course, any wrestling is risky, and we want to be as safe as possible and protect the talent as well.
So this is going to be quite the show. We're going to have an Anchor Rock Club come up on a Saturday night. So where can people get tickets?
So you can go to Tixer.com, look up Pro Wrestling After Dark, Anchor Rock Club, and GA will definitely be available at the door as well.
All right. Well, Chad, thanks for checking on in. Looking forward to checking out Standalone Wrestling. Violence for the sake of the name of this particular event. I just like that name, Violence, just for the sake of it, just because we can.
Yeah.
at the Anchor Rock Club this Saturday night. And keep listening all week. Myself and Moon, our afternoon guy, will be giving away some more tickets. But I might have to sneak on in there and check this out because, like I said, it's all about, as soon as I saw the wrestling was going to be there, and like I know the Anchor Rock Club's got that balcony, I'm like, oh, that's got to happen. I got to see this.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. We appreciate your help.
All right, Chad, thanks a lot. We'll see you out there Saturday.
See you, man. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.